Premier Water Cleaning Systems, and I'm here to talk to you about spot-free water using DI tanks. There's two ways to make spot-free water, and that is with reverse osmosis or DI tanks. You can also use chemicals to prevent spots, but it's not actually spot-free water. The DI tanks are basically a filter housing with special media inside that absorbs all the minerals from the water. I like to run DI tanks in series, and basically that's what we've got set up here. Is water comes in from this side, goes through this tank, then goes through this tank, and then out to your process. The two tanks makes it so that you always have spot-free water, and you get every last bit of capacity out of each tank. So basically when the first tank gets all used up, then you can move this tank to the first position, exchange this one out for a new tank, and put it in the back. And even if that one is all used up, this one's still producing spot-free water, so you don't have to change it right away. Some of the features that we've got going on here is we have a 3-point TDS meter. This TDS meter will tell you precisely what's coming in, what the first tank is doing, and what the final coming out water is. And so we only use 3 of these ports at a time because this port is the same exact water as this port. And so you could have it in either one, it doesn't matter. But when you exchange, it gives you that way of doing both inlet and outlet. A dual DI tank system from us comes as you see here with all the materials needed to make this series setup. It will come with just the tanks like this, no fittings in it, just so that shipping doesn't break them. These are pretty heavy tanks compared to the plastic fittings. So for instance, this is a baggie for one of these tanks. You got your inlet fitting, your outlet fitting, and your 2 little TDS meter connections. The way we set them up is you got your female coming on to the inlet of each tank, and then it comes with a plug for transportation without leaking water all over the place. So that would go in here. And then the 2 smaller fittings just thread into the top. They should already have tape on them, so they're ready to go. So besides the fittings, it should come with the hose that goes in between. And actually it would go this way because we're set up the same way as the side tank there. And then the 2 hoses for the inlet and outlet. Actually it goes this way. But on all these fittings, these are what I call DI fittings. See, all the males are the same. So they have an O-ring that goes in a slot here. This one's already in it. So make sure that that O-ring is there when you're putting things together, or you're going to have leaks. On these, so these are just sitting here because they come with the system and we put it together. So they're just extra at this point. In the TDS meter, you get the TDS meter and then 4 of these plugs, so that you could use only 2 of them if you want, or none of them, depending on your needs. To use these fittings, you just push down on the ring and pull out, and then you just push it back in. You do want it lined up like this for most accurate readings. And there's actually a dash, or a little nick, if you will, on each side, and that tells you what orientation it should be in. The DI media in every one of these tanks, this system is a 1 cubic foot per tank, and this is a 2 cubic foot per tank. So this one's going to last twice as long and have twice the flow rate capability as this one. Each one of these tanks can handle about 200,000 parts per million. So if your water is 200 parts per million, you can get about 1,000 gallons out of that. Okay, anyways, so per cubic foot. So this one's going to get double that volume before you have to exchange it out. With the probes in, the minimum height here is about 54 inches, and on this one about 42 inches. These are 9 inches in round, and these are 10 inches round. So that kind of gives you a good idea of what space you would need for each system. The way we do these tanks is we sell you the tank, so you don't have any ongoing fee. Anywhere else you're going to get $35 a month per tank rental fee usually, or I don't know if it's more now. And so when they are used up, you can do two different ways. You can either send us back the tank and we'll send you a fresh one for a recharge fee. You're not buying a new tank, you're just paying for the recharge of that tank. Or we can just send you media, and which saves you on freight, unless you're local and can just come into the shop, of course. Taking out the media isn't that hard, but it does take some knack and some special tools basically to do it easily. Of course, if you have any questions on this or other spot-free situations, let us know and we can help walk you through what is going to work best for your needs. Again, it's Bob with Premier Water Cleaning Systems, and we're at 530-407-7927. Have a great day.